season replays, fantasy drafts, ultimate creative leagues, and what if tournament. It's Coffee Cup Games with the coach, DKM. Hey, this is Coach DK with Coffee Cup Games. Hope you guys are having a good one. We are continuing in our World Series Champions tournament that we are doing using stratomatic baseball. And we are coming to the matchup that I was most excited about when I was plugging in the teams based on their rankings. And that is the number 2 seed, the New York Yankees from 1998, who won 114 games, the most by a World Series champion. And they are often considered the best, if not one of the best teams ever in Major League Baseball history. And they're going to be taking on the Cinderella team, the 1969 New York Mets, the Amazin Mets, who won 100 games and lost 62. The New York Mets, also called the Amazin Mets or the Miracle Mets, were in their 8th season in 1969. In their previous seasons, they had never gone above 500, never finished above 9th place, and 5 times had lost over 100 games. But in 1969, they turned it all around. In mid-August, the New York Mets were behind the Chicago Cubs by 9.5 games, but ended up winning 38 out of their last 49 games, and eventually won the newly formed National League East Division by 8 games. In the inaugural National League Championship Series, they swept the Atlanta Braves, and then in the World Series, they defeated the favored Baltimore Orioles in 5 games. The New York Mets were anchored by great pitching that included Tom Seaver, Jerry Koosman, Ron Taylor, Tug McGraw, and a young Nolan Ryan. In the field and at bat, they had 11 players who played in over 100 games as they relied on a balanced offense and defense to help the New York Mets, the Amazin Mets, the Miracle Mets, win the 1969 World Series. The 1998 New York Yankees, as mentioned earlier, are often considered the best team ever in Major League Baseball history. They won 114 games, lost only 48, and in the playoffs they went 11-2, giving them an overall record of 125 wins and only 50 losses. The team was balanced everywhere. They had great defense and great players at every position. They had a great starting rotation and an amazing bullpen. Their offense dominated the major leagues as the New York Yankees scored over 960 runs that year, as every other team except for the Texas Rangers didn't even score more than 880. So the Yankees were dominant in every spot, and in this bracket they are the number 2 seed, and rightfully so. Now, in my bracket, I picked the 1998 New York Yankees. They're the obvious pick, especially going against the Miracle Mets. But I am going to be managing the Amazin Mets in this game, as I think it would be awesome to be able to manage them against such an overwhelming powerhouse like the New York Yankees. And who wouldn't want the opportunity to take this Cinderella underdog team of the Amazin Mets and trying to see if he can lead them into victory in a very, very overmatched game. So let's go ahead, let's check out the starting lineups for both the 1969 New York Mets and the 1998 New York Yankees. For the 1969 New York Mets, they have Agee, the center fielder, leading them off. Garrett, third baseman, is going to be batting second. Jones will be in left field. He's batting third. Clendenin, the first baseman, is batting fourth. Shamsky will be in right field. He's batting fifth. Field, the second baseman, is going to be batting sixth. Weiss, the shortstop, is going to be batting seventh. Grote, the catcher, is going to be batting eighth. And on the mound is going to be Tom Seaver. He'll be batting ninth. For the 1998 New York Yankees, they're going to have Chuck Knobloch, the second baseman, leading them off. Derek Jeter, the shortstop's batting second. Paul O'Neill will be in right field. He's batting third. Bernie Williams, the center fielder, is batting fourth. Tino Martinez will be at first base. He's batting fifth. Darryl Strawberry in left field will be batting sixth. Posada, the catcher, is batting seventh. Scott Brocious, third baseman, is batting eighth. And on the mound will be left-hander David Wells, who will be batting ninth. So there's the starting lineups. Now let's jump into the action between the number 15 seed, the 1969 New York Mets, and the number 2 seed, one of the greatest teams of all time, the 1998 New York Yankees. Here we are at Yankee Stadium between the 69 Mets and the 98 Yankees. I am managing the New York Mets, and I'm primarily doing that because I think it would be awesome to try to see if I can help this improbable team come up with an improbable win against one of the greatest teams of all time. They have David Wells on the mound. We got Aggie up to bat. He had 271, led our team with 26 home runs. Here's the first pitch of the game, and he is going to have a lead-off home run as he takes this one into deep center field. We had a 1-13 split for a home run. We rolled a 1 on the 20-die roll. So right off the bat, we jump up 1-0, and now Garrett, the third baseman, is up. He had 218. He's going to hit a line ball to Chuck Knobloch at second. That's going to be 1 down, and now Jones is up. He had 340. He's going to hit a ground ball to short to Derek Jeter. That's going to be 2 down, and now Clendenin is up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Derek Jeter. He's going to throw it over to first, and that's going to end the inning. But we do jump up with a quick home run in the top of the first to lead this one 1-0. Bottom of the first, Chuck Knobloch going to be leading off for the Yankees. He had 265 with 17 home runs. Every player in their starting lineup has at least 10 home runs, and Chuck Knobloch is going to be strikeout. 1 down for Tom Seaver, our starting pitcher. Derek Jeter coming up to bat, and he needs a 1-5 for a single. The rest is going to be a line out. It'll be a line out over to Garrett at third, so that's going to be 2 down. Now Paul Neal is up, and Paul Neal is going to hit a ground ball to short, and that's going to be a out. So that's going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Tom Seaver, and we go into the top of the second. David Wells going against Shamsky. He hit 300 with 14 home runs, and he's going to be strikeout. Strikeout number 1 for David Wells, and now Field is up. The second baseman at 232. He needs a 1-4 for a double. The rest is going to be a fly out. Unfortunately, we're going to roll an 8, so that's going to be an out to Bernie Williams in center field, and that's going to be 2 down. And now Weiss is up, and he's going to go opposite field, hit a fly ball to Paul Neal. Comes in a little bit, catches that one, and that's going to end the inning 1-2-3. Bottom of the second, Bernie Williams is going to be leading them off. He had 339 with 26 home runs. The switching center fielder is going to be strikeout. Number 2 strikeout for Tom Seaver, and now Tino Martinez is up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Clendenin. That was a lucky roll, as the 1 column had a lot of home runs, and fortunately for us, it went on the 1-8, which happened to be a ground out, so that's going to be out number 2. And now Darryl Strawberry, the left fielder, is up, and he's going to be strikeout. So that's going to be 1-2-3. We go into the top of the third. Grote, the catcher, is going to be leading us off. He at 252. He needs a 1-9 for a single. He's going to get a 7. So far, the 20-die roll has been in our favor. We have a runner on, Tom Seaver, up to bat. He only hit 121, so we're just going to go ahead and allow him to bunt, hoping that he can advance. Grote the second. He does it successfully. So that's going to be 1 down, and now Grote is in scoring position with Aggie coming up the bat, who had that home run. This time he's going to hit a ground ball to Derek Jeter. He's going to throw it to first for the second out, and now Garrett is up. He's 0 for 1. He needs a 1-19, and we get a 19. So that will be a single, and it is going to score Grote from second. So a single with 2 asterisks is going to give us another run. We now lead 2-0, and now Jones is up with 2 outs, and he needs a 1-13 for a home run. This one's going all the way back. It's near the wall. Strawberry is at the wall, and it is going to be a home run. We needed a 1-13. We rolled a 12. So the 20-die roll is really in our favor, as the Mets are dominating the 98 Yankees and lead this one 4-0. Clendenin up to bat, first baseman. He's a 1-13 for a home run. This one's down the line, and we are going to roll a 1. So back-to-back home runs for the New York Mets.
Damn, I'm good.
This game is turning into a blowout. Shamsky up to bat. We have a lot of runs going on with this 2-out rally, and Shamsky's going to pop up the Knobloch to end the top of the third, but we added 4 runs on 2 home runs in the inning and lead this one 5-0. Tom Seaver, back on the mound, has not allowed a runner on base yet. Jose Posada is going to be up, and that's going to be a strikeout. 4 strikeouts for Tom Seaver. Now Scott Brocious is up, and he's going to hit a fly ball dead center field. That's going to be easily pulled in. That's going to be out number 2, and now David Wells is up, And after giving up 5 runs in the 3 innings, they are already going to pull him and bring in a pinch hitter as they bring in Tim Raines. Tim Raines back in 98 hit 290 with 5 home runs. The switch hitter is going to be strikeout. So that is going to go ahead, and that is going to end the bottom of the third. The 1969 New York Mets have 5 runs on 5 hits with 0 errors. The 1998 New York Yankees have 0 runs, 0 hits, 0 errors, have not gotten a player on base, as the Mets are dominating this one 5-0. The Yankees, for the top of the fourth, are going to bring in Mike Stanton to pitch. He's going to be going against Field, the second baseman, at 232. He flew out in the second, and he's going to fly out again in the fourth as he is just from the Strawberry, and that's going to be an out. Now Weiss is up. He's 0 for 1. He flew out, and he's going to fly out again, also to Strawberry, so that's going to be 2 down. And now Grote is up, and Grote's going to hit a ground ball back to Stanton. An easy ball for Stanton to pick up, and he's going to throw this one over to first, and that is going to end the inning 1-2-3 as we go into the bottom of the fourth. Chuck Knobloch, the leadoff man, is going to be leading off the fourth inning. He hit 265 with 17 home runs, and he's a 1-5. It's going to be a 20. So 1-5 was a single 20-die roll. We rolled a 20, so that's going to be a line out over to short. So that's going to be 1 down. Now Derek Jeter's up, and he's going to be strikeout. A 3-8 on the hitter's card, and it was a strikeout. So strikeout number 6 for Tom Seaver. Now Paul O'Neill's up. He's 0 for 1. He's going to lift this one to Aggie in center field. That's going to be a 1-2-3 inning, so we're going to go into the top of the fifth. Here is Tom Seaver, the pitcher. We do get it on the pitcher's card, which is probably good, but unfortunately it's going to be ground ball to third. Scott Brocious picks this one up. There's over to Martinez, and that's going to be 1 down. And now Aggie's up, and he's going to be strikeout. So that's going to be 2 down, and now Garrett is up. He's 1 for 2. He had that single, but he's going to hit a ground ball to Martinez. That's going to be a easy out, and that's going to be 1-2-3. We go into the bottom of the fifth. Bernie Williams is going to be up to bat. He had 339 with 26 home runs, and they're going to get their first hit. They needed a 1 for a double. The rest was a single, and they get a 20-die roll of a 13. So Williams is on first with no outs. First runner who gets on base, and now Tino Martinez is up, and he's going to ground ball back to Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver has a range of 1. He's going to snag this one. He is not going to go to second. He's going to go to first, so we're going to take the easy out. Williams is going to advance to second. And now Darryl Strawberry is up, and he's going to be hit by a pitch. So he's on base. Runners on first and second. Now Jose Posada is up, the catcher. He's going to hit a ground ball to Garrett. It has a range of 2, and Garrett cannot get there.
Bruh.
And so Scott Brocious is up. Base is juiced 1 down. Tom Seaver for the first time facing some challenge here, and Brocious hit a fly ball to Shamsky. Williams is tagging up. He is going to easily score. We are going to keep Strawberry at third, and so that is going to go ahead and give them a run, and they're going to leave Stanton, the pitcher, to hit, and he's going to be strikeout. A odd move by Joe Torre, but I'm not going to argue with it. Stanton, the pitcher, American League pitcher at that, so we'll take it. They had an opportunity for some more runs. They did not take advantage of it, so it's going to be 5-1 after 5, and we're going to be leading off with the heart of our order, Jones, the left fielder, who at 340 led our team in average, had 12 home runs. He had that 2-run home run back in the third inning, and this time he's going to be strikeout. So now Clendenin is up. He had a follow-up home run, and he's going to hit a ground ball to third, so that's going to be 2 down now. Shamsky's up. He's 0 for 2. He's going to hit a ground ball back to Stanton. Stanton does not have good range. It goes to his E rating. He has an E16. Whoopsies! And that's going to be an error by Stanton, so Shamsky's on base, and now Fields up. He's 0 for 2. He's going to hit a ground ball to Chuck Knobloch. Chuck Knobloch has a range of 2. He's able to pull this one in. He's going to take out the runner at first, so that will end the inning. So we go into the bottom of the 6th. Here's Chuck Knobloch leading them off. The second baseman's going to go opposite field to Shamsky and right. That's going to be 1 down, and now Derek Jeter is up. He needs a 1 for a triple. The rest is a single. It's going to be a 20. So he is going to get on base with a single, and now Paul O'Neill is up, and Paul O'Neill is going to rip a single into right field. Derek Jeter is going to swing on over to third, so that's going to put runners on the corners with 1 down, and now Bernie Williams is up. Center fielder hit 339, 26 home runs, switch hitter. He's batting from the left-hand side, and Tom Seaver with his 8th strikeout. 2 down. Runners on the corners. Here's Tino Martinez. He had 28 home runs, and he's going to rip a ground ball that goes up the middle. Paul O'Neill went on contact, so he's going to swing over to third. They add another run as Jeter scores. It's 5-2. And now Darryl Strawberry's up. The left-handed left fielder is going to be strikeout. Tom Seaver is continuing to keep the Yankees at bay in this game. So that's going to end the 6th inning with runners stranded, including one runner standing 90 feet away. So after 6 innings, the Mets still lead 5-2. The Mets have 5 runs on 5 hits, have not given air. They have not gotten a hit for the last 3 innings. Since that big 3rd inning where they scored 4 runs, the 98 Yankees have 2 runs on 5 hits. They have committed an error so far. So we're going to go into the top of the 7th with Stanton still on the mound. We have the bottom of our lineup coming up. Here's Weiss, the shortstop. He had 215. He's going to hit a ground ball to Chuck Knobloch. That's going to be 1 down. And now Grote, the catcher, is up, and he's going to be strikeout. Stanton with his 3rd strikeout. Now our pitcher, Tom Seaver's up, and it's going to be a 4-8 on the pitcher's card. 1-2 was a double. The rest was a single. So Tom Seaver gets a hit as he rolls a 20-die roll of 17. That'll be good enough for a single. So he's on base, and now our leadoff man, Aggie, the center fielder, who started off the game with a home run, is up to bat. He grounded out and struck out since then. He needs a 1-6 for a home run. This ball is going back all the way to the wall. Strawberry at the warning track, and it's not going to be deep enough as our 20-die roll is a 16. We needed a 1-6. So we almost had the first time that a player had 2 home runs in a game. Unfortunately, it did not happen. So that is going to end the top of the 7th. We go into the bottom of the 7th with Jose Posada coming up. He had 268, 17 home runs. He's the 7th hitter in their lineup. So he's 1 for 2 today. He's going to rip one into left field to Jones, who has a range of 2. He's going to be able to pull that one in, so that's going to be an out. And now Scott Brocious is up, and he's going to be strikeout. Number 10 for Tom Seaver, and now Stanton is up to bat, the pitcher, and they are going to bring in a pinch hitter. It's going to be Chili Davis. He had 291 with 3 home runs. He does really good against lefties. Not sure where they're bringing him in, but he is going to draw a walk, so he is on base, and now Chuck Knobloch is up. The Yankees have a ton of power in their lineup. Knobloch, like I mentioned earlier, had 17 home runs. Here's the pitch, and he's going to hit a fly ball to center field. That is going to be an easy out for Aggie. And that's going to end the inning as they leave a runner stranded. We're going to go into the top of the 8th, still leading this one 5-2. Garrett is up. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's going to hit a pop-up to Martinez. That's going to be 1 down. And now Jones is up. He is 1 for 3 with that home run. He's going to hit a ground ball to Brocious. It's going to be 2 down. And now Clendenon is up. And Clendenon is going to hit a ball to Strawberry. Strawberry only has a range of 4, and he is not able to get there. So he is able to get on base with 2 down. I forgot to mention that they had brought in Ramiro Mendoza to pitch in the beginning of the inning. Shamsky's up. He's going to hit a ground ball to Chuck Knobloch. He's going to throw it for the force out at second. So that's going to end the top of the 8th. And they have Jeter, O'Neill, and Williams coming up. And we're going to make some defensive changes real quick as we are leading this one 5-2 with only 6 outs left for the Yankees. Thanks for watching the video so far. If you have not liked the video, I'm going to ask you to take a quick moment, hit the thumbs up, and like the video. If you're not a subscriber to the channel, please do that now. I really would appreciate it. And of course, leave any questions, comments, or snide remarks in the comment section down below. And now let's jump back into the action between the 69 Mets and the 98 New York Yankees. So we brought in Gasper to come into right field. He has a range of 2 and air 4, -2 arm. We brought Harrelson to go to short. He has a range of 2, and we moved Weiss over to second base. So we have a much stronger defensive lineup. Derek Jeter is going to be up to bat to lead them off. Hit 324 with 19 home runs. He is 1 for 3. He needs a 1-7. He is going to get a 1. So the 20-die roll for the first time seems to not have helped us, as that's going to be a leadoff hit. And now Paul O'Neill is up, and Paul O'Neill needs a 1-3 for a home run. It's going to go all the way back to the wall. It's going to bounce off the walls. It's a roll of a 14. Derek Jeter didn't go all out as he was trying to see if Iggy would get there, but Jeter's going to end up on third. Paul O'Neill will end up with a double. So runners on second and third, no outs. Yankees not going to die in this one without a fight. And now here's Bernie Williams, and Bernie Williams is a 1-3 for a home run. This one's in the right center field. It's going to be an 18, so it will be a double. So he's going to knock in 2 runs, and Williams is going to be on second. The Yankees now are within 1 run of this game as it's 5-4. They don't have any outs. Here's Tino Martinez. Martinez is 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's going to draw a walk. So that's runners on first and second. Now Darryl Strawberry's up. Tom Seaver starting to fall apart in this inning. This may be his last batter. And Strawberry's 0 for 2. And Seaver with his 11th strikeout. So the bullpen is warming up. Jose Posada up to bat. He is 1 for 3. He had a single back in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be a 1-9 for a double. The rest is a single. It's going to be a 19 on the 20 die roll, so that is going to score Williams from second, and Martinez is going to slide over to third. The New York Yankees from 1998 have fought back and have tied this one. And now Scott Brocious, the third baseman's up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Garrett, but because the infield's in, Garrett's going to take the out at first, keeping Tino Martinez safely at third base. Posada is able to advance to second, so we get the out. Posada's on second, Martinez is in third, and now Ramiro Mendoza is up, the pitcher. I would imagine Joe Torre's going to bring in a pinch hitter. He will. He's going to bring in Joe Girardi, who had 229 with 3 home runs. And we're going to take a look to see if we have a relief pitcher that we may want to bring in. So we're going to leave Tom Seaver in. He is probably our best option. We do have a few left-handed pitchers, which is what I was really looking for. But they tend to do better against left-handed batters, and Joe Girardi bats on the right-hand side. So when I consider the best option, it seems like Tom Seaver is the man to continue, even though he's over his pitch count, as we are obviously in the bottom of the 8th, and he's really struggled in this inning. But we're going to go with him. Here is Girardi, the backup catcher, and it's going to be a ground ball to Garrett. The roll went to the 2 column, it went to the 8 slot, and luckily for us, that was a ground ball to third. And so that is going to end the inning, but the game is now tied 5-5, and they are going to bring in Jim Brusque to pitch. And so again, in this tournament, we are going into the 9th inning with the score being within a run or tied. Harrelson, our shortstop, who came in for defensive reasons, is now going to be up to bat. So we took away some of our offense to help ourselves out defensively, and it seemed to backfire, and hopefully it won't cost us this game. But Harrelson's going to hit a fly ball to Strawberry in left. That's going to be 1 down, and now Weiss is up. He's going to hit a foul ball behind home plate. Posada picks that one in. That's going to be 2 down, and now Grote is up. He's 1 for 3. He's going to hit a ground ball to Chuck Knobloch, who has to make a play. Knobloch has the range to do it. So a quick 1-2-3 inning, and now we're going to go into the bottom of the 9th, and we will be bringing in a new pitcher as Tom Seaver is well over his pitch count. And so we are going to bring in Nolan Ryan. Now, please understand, this is not the Nolan Ryan who became the legend. This is early on in his career. He did pitch as a starter, but also as a relief pitcher. He does really well against right-handers, not so much against left-handers. Hopefully the ball does not get hit too much. He has a range of 5. So Knobloch up to bat, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Weiss. That's going to be 1 down, and now Derek Jeter's up, and he's going to hit a ground ball to Garrett. That's going to be 2 down, and now O'Neill is up. He's 2 for 4, and he's going to pop up to Weiss. So all 3 rolls go to the hitter's card, and all 3 of them ended up being an out for a 1-2-3 inning. So if my memory serves me correctly, we're going to be having Nolan Ryan leading us off. We're going to have to bring in a pinch hitter, but more importantly, again in this tournament, we are going into extra innings. And we're going to be bringing in Ken Boswell, the left-hander, is going to come up to bat. He's going to be going against Brusque. And Joe Torre is going to go to his bullpen. We are trying to take advantage of Bruss not being very good against left-handed hitters. And so they're going to bring in a new pitcher. They're going to their bullpen. They're going to probably the greatest closer of all times, Mariano Rivera. And he is going to come up and he is going to try to keep this game tied. Boswell against Rivera. Here is the pitch, and it's going to be a walk as we get a 2-6 on the pitcher's card. Luckily for us, that was a walk, and now Aggies up. Can he get another home run? He hit one earlier, almost had another one. Unfortunately, he's going to hit a ground ball to Derek Jeter. He's going to take the force out at second. They're not able to turn the double play. And so Aggie is on first, and now Garrett is up to bat. He's going to hit a ground ball to Martinez, who has to make a play. He will. He's going to pick this one up, tag first base. Aggie's going to go to second, so that's going to be 2 down. And now Jones is up. He had a home run. They're going to intentionally walk him. He's the one that had that 2-run home run earlier in the game. And they're going to go against Clendenin, who has also had a home run earlier in the game. He followed his home run right after Jones had his, and he is 2 for 4 as he had that home run in the 3rd inning, and he had a single in his last at bat in the 8th. Runners on first and second, and Rivera with a strikeout. And that is going to end the top of the 10th, and we are going to have to go and find a new relief pitcher as we pinch hit for Nolan Ryan. Bottom of the 10th, we brought DeLauro in. He's going against Williams, Martinez, and Strawberry. Wanted a left-hander in the situation, so here he is against Williams, who's 2 for 4. He's going to hit a ground ball to Garrett, who has to make a play. Garrett, with a range of 2, will make a play. That's going to be 1 down, and now Martinez is up. And Martinez with a strikeout. So 2 down, and now Strawberry is up. He's 0 for 3, and he needs a 1-19 for a home run. And he is going to lift this one into the right field stands as he has a 20-die roll of a 17. And that is going to end the game as the New York Yankees from 1998 come back and win this one 6-5 over the 69 Mets. Well, we had the New York Mets, and we led off the game with a home run, added 4 more runs in the 3rd to take a commanding 5-0 lead. Tom Seaver was pitching incredible, but Mike Stanton came in the 4th, did not allow us to get any hits, which allowed the New York Yankees to start scraping back. They added a couple of runs during the middle innings and then tied the game where the score was knotted at 5 apiece. It goes into extra innings, and unfortunately, Darryl Strawberry comes in and with 2 outs hits a shot into right field to win it. The 1998 Yankees showed why they are one of the greatest teams of all time. Great pitching. They have a ton of power spread out throughout their entire lineup. We tried to take the 69 Mets, tried to see if we can get an improbable win. Yep, this would not have been a game that Sportsman Z would have shown in his Mismatch Monday since both teams did win the World Series. But in our tournament, the 69 Mets were definitely the underdog. We tried. I thought we were going to win it with a good commanding lead early, but the Yankees came back and ended up winning this. So the 1998 Yankees are going to advance. The 69 Mets are going home. So until next time, this is Coach DK. Have a good one. Bye.